Dear Jim, Aaron Rodgers might be leaving. Make sure he clears out his leftovers from the fridge before the weekend. Signed, Office Break Room Guy. True in West LA. So a number of you are on a story that I told yesterday. In case you missed it, it was a really, really sad day and a really, really sad program. The jungle lost one of its own, Trapper from Dana Point. One of the most iconic callers and contributors to this show in its history. Passed away after a long, fierce battle with cancer. And I was sharing some thoughts and recollections, and one of my favorite Trapper stories was the fact that when we had the famous Sports Illustrated shoot back in 1996 in the 818, Trapper showed up, but he brought a gigantic pot of chili. He made chili, and it was damn good chili. And it was an enormous pot of chili. And a lot of you have picked up on that story. Quote, Romy, Aaron Rodgers is leaving? Make sure he takes his crock pot and utensils with him. Regards, Office Potluck Guy. Denny in the 402. Yeah, I'm sure the Trapper's already looking down and talking junk at you clones. Or laughing with you. Romy, Rodgers is pissed? So am I. Regards, pretending to enjoy the deviled eggs your coworker brought to the office that have been sitting in the food temperature danger zone for 3 hours. Ashley. Ashley in Nebraska. She nailed it again. I mean, right. Like, to each their own, but this would be my own. Deviled eggs are ass. And you know what's worse than deviled eggs? Deviled eggs that had been sitting in room level temperatures for 3 hours. And you know what's even worse than that? Deviled eggs that have been sitting out for 3 hours that you yourself did not make. In fact, you get right down to it. It's like the worst thing ever. Rome Slice. Great show yesterday. The one thing that stood out the most was the chili story. If you still have any left over, I'll take it. Signed Potluck Guy. Geoff and Lincoln, JTP, doing what the JTP does, rallying around a topic that does not matter. It's not even my favorite radio food story. I have one that goes all the way back to Santa Barbara that's way too elaborate to get into right now. But there's a better food story than even involving radio, local radio, a radio station. A better food story than even my guy Trapper making an enormous pot of chili and bringing that for all of us to share. And it was good, dude. My man had some talents. I mean, who can make really good chili? He did. Some of the best ever.